Ladies and gents, I am the one and only DJ Storms. I would like to welcome each and every single one of you back here to the channel on YouTube.com. As of course, you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy and the operator of the best damn Twitter handle known to mankind. And this is the official rundown for AEW Double or Nothing 2022, which of course is streaming live on Bleacher Report Fite TV and any and all social media and pay-per-view platforms. That's right, all pay-per-view platforms, with the buy-in starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and the main show starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a loaded fucking show for you guys tonight. Everything is going down, and this could very well be the most important AEW pay-per-view to date. And I greatly appreciate every single one of you joining me here on the channel. I am not alone, as you can see. We've been talking about this for a while now, and I'm glad that we're finally making this a reality. Joining me here today, he is a content creator just like myself, a lifelong wrestling fan, DJ Storms Posse member, because let's be real here. Anyone that's not a DJ Storms Posse member, I ain't having on this fucking channel. No way, no how. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest for the very first time ever on the channel. Please welcome Mr. Mitch Kofsky. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Like you said, you and I have been talking like for God knows how long now. But hey, we got a lot of shit to talk about. Let's just get it rolling.
Yeah, we indeed do have a lot of shit to talk about. We got Peanuts in the chat. We got DJ Sums. I'm assuming we'll probably get more and more people as time goes on. But first things first. Obviously, we need to go through some self-brand promotion and advertisements. For those of you that are just coming on in, if you guys haven't already done so, please make sure you follow me on social media. On Twitter and Instagram, it is at HistoryMakerDJS. That is at HistoryMakerDJS. On both Twitter and the Instagram. Please make sure you add me on Facebook as well for collaborations and business inquiries. Please send me an email. My email is, of course, StormsTakeOver@gmail.com. Like the official DJ Storms business page, and I may just send you an invite to join the official DJ Storms Posse group on Facebook. That is, all of those links are in the description, as well as the 2 links to my vlog from ISPW War to Settle the Score. That was on May 20th. I had a great time. I got to see Crowbar and Adam Payne versus The Now. We saw ISPW World Heavyweight Champion Danny Morrison take on Justin Carino in a lumberjack match. It was a very, very fun time in the Totowa PAL. I'm hoping to go to the next one on June 24th, which is in Butler, New Jersey. Tommy Dreamer is scheduled to be there, and he's going to be fighting Danny Morrison for the World Championship. Should be a very, very, very fun time. Please make sure you go check that vlog out, as well as the Lightning Flash update from yesterday. Lightning Flash update was live yesterday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If you guys have not already seen it, please make sure you go out of your way to watch it. It is ultra, ultra important, and we discussed a lot of topics, including Sasha Banks and Naomi, Stephanie McMahon's leave of absence, Kenny Omega's return date, and plenty more, far and few in between, as well as the weekly show reviews. We got Raw, SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, and Rampage. That is all on the Lightning Flash update that took place yesterday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Mitch, where can we find you on social media?
Well, on social media, you can see it all right here. It's right here at Mitch Kofsky on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, right there. If you want wrestling, Sixers and Eagles content, that's all me.
All the links are in the description. If you want to go check out Mitch Kofsky, please go show him some support. We are almost 5 minutes into the live stream. If you haven't liked the live stream, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. When you come on in, you got to hit the like button because it's ultra important. Mitch, if you have not hit that like button, y'all better hit that like button. And when you hit the like button, people, you share it out on all platforms of social media. That means Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever social media platforms that you may use. it is vital that everyone knows that DJ Storms and Mitch Kofsky is live on YouTube.com. I even brought out the Blues Brothers sunglasses for this specific occasion. So that fact alone should make you want to share out this video on all platforms of social media. Please make sure you go out, share it on all platforms of social media, get as many people in here as possible. Of course, hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications bell with a huge coup de grace. That way you will know whenever I pop up on YouTube. Because whenever I pop up on YouTube, baby, it is the best time to be on YouTube. Because it's the only time you're going to get to see this glorious sideburn shin strap combination. This beautiful mustache right here. Give me 1 second. This is Earl Cole's favorite part of the stream. We're about to light it up here because it's double or nothing day with a little and a dash of and a whole lot of because like Campbell's soup, I'm so good. Everybody wants a piece of the Storms Meister, and everyone needs a little dose of DJ Storms in their life. Let's be real, people. Anyway, enough of the self-brand promotion and the advertisements. We're going to jump right into the festivities here. But before we get into the matches, I guess we should address the elephant in the room. MJF has been in the news for the last 24 hours. Less than 24 hours, actually. So apparently, at around 1 p.m. Eastern time, while I was actually live on YouTube, there were people waiting in line to meet MJF at a meet and greet. Apparently, MJF completely no-showed the AEW Double or Nothing meet and greet during FanFest yesterday afternoon. AEW management tried to reach out to MJF, but no one was able to get in contact with him. No one was able to get in touch with him whatsoever. People that were staying in the same hotel as MJF was for the weekend apparently saw MJF leaving the hotel and apparently going to the casino to gamble. Now, that was just part one. Fightful, more specifically Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, he then confirmed that a flight out of Las Vegas has been booked for MJF. I don't know when the flight is taking place. I'm not sure when it's going to happen. I'm not sure what exactly caused this. But then, coming after that, Samoa Joe then didn't show up AEW FanFest for the interviews and the meet and greets. However, Brian Alvarez actually did confirm that the situation with Samoa Joe was completely different. This was a communication issue. So that was a totally different scenario. That's something that sometimes it can't be avoided. We all make mistakes. You live and you learn. Something that can be rectified for the next time. This, however, was not the case with the MJF situation. MJF absence was not planned, and no one from the company was able to contact him, according to Mike Johnson of PW Insider. Everyone was pretty much commenting on this. MJF apparently is reportedly out of Double or Nothing. Now, I don't know how true this is. Because apparently the match was still being promoted by AEW's Twitter handle. However, they tweeted it and deleted it, and it's still up on YouTube.com. So I'm not sure what they're doing with YouTube.com. I'm not sure if they're going to delete it off of YouTube.com, but for what it's worth, it's still up there. Apparently, MJF's contract that he's currently on is currently just over $150,000 per year, which is less than the average NXT talent. He wants more money with no extension. TK will only give him more money if he signs the extension. Both sides feel as though they're being unreasonable. And apparently, MJF, like we've been seeing over the last couple weeks, outside of AEW television, he's been teasing that, hey, he wants to go to WWE. He has Bruce Pritchard on speed dial. And on top of all that, him and Cody are reportedly still very good friends. Now, honest to God, I don't know what to fucking make of this. This all just happened all at once. It happened so quickly to a point where No one even had an opportunity to breathe and take it in and actually conjure up a logical thought about it. Everyone was just throwing their thoughts out there with no rhyme or reason, as if it's a life or death situation, as if they had a gun to their head. They got to blurt out their thoughts right out of the gate. Some people were so idiotic as to compare this to the Sasha Banks Naomi situation. I am going to tell everyone right now that narrative needs to be put to bed immediately. That shit needs to be put to bed immediately. In no way, shape, or form is this even remotely comparable to the Sasha Naomi situation. First of all, Sasha and Naomi have been there in WWE much longer than MJF has been there in AEW. On top of that, it has been quite apparent that Vince McMahon couldn't give a fucking shit about Sasha or Naomi. Naomi has spent half of her career in WWE sitting in catering, doing nothing. Sasha Banks has been turned into a one-hit wonder. She was made into a fucking meme in WWE. Oh, how long before Sasha Banks has her first title defense? We all know she's going to lose it in 25 days. That became the running gag for Sasha Banks for God knows how long. Seriously, ever since she got to the main roster to the time that she had her feud with Bayley in 2020, Sasha was a fucking meme. Yet you're telling me that this is comparable to the Sasha Banks Naomi situation? Sasha and Naomi were never treated like prominent figures on television, especially Naomi. And how many times she was held down and suppressed. She wasn't even utilized on television. Meanwhile, Sasha, she was shafted left and right for women like Becky, women like Charlotte, women like Ronda. MJF, completely different scenario. MJF's been like this. He's been consistent. He's always been on television almost every week in some capacity. He has been involved and he has beaten some of the biggest superstars in the history of this business. He's beaten CM Punk. He's beaten Darby Allin. He's beaten Sammy Guevara. He's beaten Cody Rhodes. He's beaten Jungle Boy. He beat Chris Jericho 3 times, one of which he tapped him out. Mm-hmm. Exactly how has MJF been suppressed? Exactly how has he been held down? On top of that, he was going to be the world champion within the next 12 months. There's no way that he was not going to be the world champion after Punk won it. The story was Punk and MJF. Punk was going to win the championship, and MJF and Punk were going to reignite their rivalry sometime in the future, whether that be Full Gear or whether that be Revolution. I get what he's trying to say. I get that he knows his worth. I get it. I get that MJF knows his worth, and I'm happy he does, because if you don't want better for yourself, then I don't really have any respect for you. I hate people that are just content, especially in a scenario in which you know you can get better. But the difference between this scenario and the Sasha Naomi scenario is Tony Khan was going to give MJF better. Better was coming for MJF. Who's to say that if MJF did not win the world championship, if he won it, then he would have had bigger merch sales, the ratings would have gone up, more money would have been made, and maybe Tony Khan would have changed his mind. You can't be so set in your way, especially with a company like AEW, because whether you want to admit it or not, Tony Khan has done a very good job at running AEW. He has done everything damn near perfect with how he's been running it and the talent that he's pushed and the way that he's trying to create this long-term vision. He's trying to create a family-oriented environment. Shit like this is exactly what is going to make AEW last long-term. And that's exactly why Eric Bischoff shits all over Tony Khan, because he's jealous that Tony Khan is building a company that is going to last long-term. When it comes to Tony Khan, it's all about a long-term vision. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to put this out there. If you are not going to be a part of that long-term vision and you're not going to help aid Tony Khan in that long-term vision, then that type of entitlement where you're only thinking about yourself, it shows you that you have no passion for the business and the company, it's not for you. If you are not a part of a long-term vision in which you are trying to help the company thrive, then you are not welcome in said company. There's a difference between Cody and MJF. Cody's scenario was completely different because Cody, he did not want to be a TNT champion 15 times over. And on top of that, MJF clearly he's not going to be a TNT champion 15 times over, but MJF clearly had more leeway and more leverage than Cody in terms of being an on-screen persona. MJF has been given the world. He's been treated like the most important figure outside of the world championship. Everything that MJF does is placed in a prominent TV role. He generates some of the highest minute-for-minute viewerships in the ratings every single week on Dynamite that he's on. Look at what happened in the contract signing with Wardlow. That was the highest-rated segment of that show. Cody wanted $3 million, and Tony Khan could have easily given Cody $3 million, but he didn't because he has a long-term vision in mind. Now, Tony Khan, he's got an easy $135 million coming in very, very soon because they're boosting up their right fees. The copyright fees for AEW, they're going to get boosted up, and that's going to make Tony Khan a shit ton of money. He can essentially afford anyone he wants at that time. I don't understand why MJF is not just waiting until that time. Patience is a virtue. MJF is 26. He's got 15, 20 years left in the fucking business. He's not going anywhere. So I don't understand where this is coming from MJF, especially in a scenario in which this is one of their biggest shows of the year, and this is the biggest matchup of Wardlow's life. They're doing Wardlow dirty if we essentially see Wardlow and MJF not take place. That right there, I'm sorry, that's not right. That's not right at all. MJF, listen, I'm all for wanting better for yourself, but there's a certain way to go about it. This is not the way to go about it. I'm sorry. This is not the way to go about it. This is making MJF personally come off very, very, very entitled. This is making him come off like an individual that is all about himself and he's not for the greater good of AEW. You can wait. I don't understand how people are not putting their faith and trust in Tony Khan after everything that he's given us over the course of the last 3 years. What he's given us with Adam Page, Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, Darby, Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy. They all got their just due. Don't you think that MJF's going to get his just due in about a year? Maybe even less than a year. Who fucking knows? I don't understand where this is coming from. And you know what? If he wants to go to WWE, by all means, I would just let him go. I would just let him go because at the end of the day, MJF is going to have to learn the hard way. Cody Rhodes is a different scenario. They can't afford to fuck up Cody Rhodes. If WWE fucks up Cody Rhodes, then that's it. No one's ever going to trust him. Now, MJF could very well be a star when he walks in. He could very well be the next Roman Reigns and be the next top-tier heel. But the more stars that migrate over to AEW, the more complacent WWE is going to get. And the less effort they'll put in to the superstars that they're booking. Right now, they're only putting effort into about 2 superstars, Roman and Cody. MJF would be a third. But more and more people start coming over, then WWE is going to care less and less and less because they feel like they're already quote-unquote winning when they're not. But at the end of the day, if MJF wants to walk out and leave, by all means, just let him go. AEW is set for the next 25 years with the talent that they have. It's completely unnecessary to hold one guy hostage and be at war, a verbal sparring match over contract negotiations with one guy when you know that you have about 10, 15 guys that could easily replace a guy like MJF. Look at how many individuals you have to be top-tier heels. Ricky Starks, Sammy Guevara, Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, Adam Cole, Miro, Lance Archer. CM Punk could be a top heel for a year or two before he inevitably hangs it up. So at the end of the day, Daniel Garcia, he's another one. Another kid with a bright future. Wheeler Yuta, another kid with a bright future. Lee Johnson, another kid with a bright future. Hook. So I don't understand why exactly we need to be in a verbal sparring match over contract negotiations with a guy like MJF when we all know that at the end of the day, AEW doesn't need MJF. WWE needs MJF. MJF, WWE is worse off. MJF would make WWE better, but I could never see WWE allowing MJF to cut the scathing promos that we see on Dynamite. If MJF is not cutting the exact same promos that we see from him on Dynamite on WWE TV, then ultimately MJF and WWE will be a fail. Cody's a different story. Even though Cody's promos, they've kind of been on the tame side, he's still been booked perfectly. But this whole scenario, it's just mind-boggling to me, dude. It really is. I don't know what to believe anymore. I was dead set on MJF saying that he wants to go to WWE. I was dead set on thinking that it was a work. Seriously, I was dead set on thinking it was a work. But now, I'm not so sure, dude. I'm really not so sure. At this rate, listen, if it's a work, then this could be the best work of the modern era. If it's not, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this scenario. And if he does show up, I think there's a strong chance that this could be MJF's last match in AEW. They could very well release him from his contract after this stunt. If he does not show up, I don't know what's going to happen. Something's going down. Shit is going down. Something's going on. Something very, very fishy. Something weird's going on. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. I think MJF's going to have to learn the hard way that, money's everything. Money isn't money. Money's great, but it's not everything. Money's great, but there's a way that you can make your money and be happy doing so. MJF, I'm telling you right now, there is a 99.99% chance that if MJF goes to WWE, he would be absolutely fucking miserable. Miserable doing it. A lot of people are miserable in WWE, and how much money are they making?
I don't know, but one thing I've learned about MJF is that he cares about the numbers, right? He cares about the ratings. He wants to see how much numbers he's pulling in. So when you're pulling that consistent amount of numbers week in and week out, and you know that you're the focal point, that people are talking about you non-stop, then you pretty much know what you're worth. So I'm saying what he's doing is completely wrong, but I understand why he's doing it because he knows how much he is worth. So for me, it's like you could have done this in a better way. In a better way, you could have done this. It's just like this, man. I don't know. If this is a work, bravo. If this is a freaking work.
He even isolated himself from the entire AEW locker room, according to Dave Meltzer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he thinks he's better than everybody. I mean, think about this. Look where he came from. Now, I know. Do you watch GTS at all?
I actually don't.
Okay, you know MJF started there.
Yeah.
So look where he's come up from. And people are like, dude, he's the best heel in all wrestling right now. All wrestling, he's the top heel. So he's doing what's best for him, but in the wrong way about it.
So here's the thing. What do you think happens? Well, what are we looking at tonight?
So for me, if I was MJF, I would wrestle. But is he going to be squashed? Are they going to squash him?
It's a possibility. They could use him as an example. Like you don't fucking do that. Leo Rush had a scenario where he tried to call out Tony Khan for what happened with the Big Swole incident. Meanwhile, Tony Khan said nothing wrong. That was all on Big Swole. Leo Rush got trigger happy and decided to tweet out that ridiculous fucking tweet trying to act like he knows his shit. Meanwhile, he don't know shit. He's been there for how many months at that time? And Tony Khan said, all right, you know what? We'll talk things out, but your 6-month deal is up. So goodbye, Leo Rush. This could be a similar scenario to the Leo Rush scenario. You don't stand up to Tony Khan in that manner. Don't mistake Tony Khan's kindness for weakness.
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking at? So I honestly don't know. It could be a work. It could not be a work. I don't know if this is a work or a shoot.
Yeah.
So what's the best way to go about it?
To me, this is what I would do. I'll let him wrestle, right? Have him get injured, have him like tweak leg or something, and then we'll figure out from there. Just put him on the shelf. Let's talk about it behind the scenes and see where it goes from there. For me, it's just like, you're going to have to figure it out some way. He put your backs against the wall. He put everyone's backs against the wall. And if this is a squash, if this is supposed to be a squash, bad way. Very bad. I don't want it to be a squash. Hell no.
Well, you know who I feel bad for the most in this scenario?
Wardlow?
Yeah. Wardlow. Because if there's no match, this is the biggest match of Wardlow's career, and this could very well catapult Wardlow into that stratosphere of superstardom. And Wardlow, who should absolutely be the next TNT champion after this feud is over, It's very, very, very disappointing to see MJF not putting Wardlow, especially after all he's done to help get him over, not putting Wardlow over himself in this scenario. MJF coming off very selfish and entitled, very unprofessional. You don't do this to a company like that. You don't.
You don't. And I was actually going to pick, we're probably going to talk about this later, but I already have my prediction in mind for the world title. So if MJF did not do this and it was going according to plan, my prediction would have been right. But it's like, now I'm not sure about my prediction now if this match doesn't happen. I might have to change it.
I'm pretty sure regardless. I'm sure regardless.
You're sure regardless?
I'm sure of my pick regardless.
Oh, you got yours?
Yeah, I got yours. I'm sure of mine regardless. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. This is another scenario where, again, I feel like these scenarios are happening more and more and more, where me, a guy that always has something to say, you already know the deal. I always got something to say. I can't keep my fucking mouth shut. But I don't have any words for this. I honestly, I don't. I'm speechless. And more of these scenarios have been happening over the course of the last few months in the pro wrestling world. I have just been left speechless more times than not.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is. I mean, MJF, great talent, but a terrible way. I mean, you gamble. You lose money on top of this as well. Come on, man.
I don't even know what happened. No one knows where he is. No one knows what he's doing. He's isolated himself from everybody.
Yeah. Did he actually tweet something? Because if he did,
no, not that I know of. I didn't see any tweets from him. And if that was the case, I'm pretty sure one of these dirt sheets would have hopped on it immediately.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, actually. Yeah, his last tweet was a day ago.
There you go.
Yeah, it was about the peak in numbers.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the last time.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's a very, very odd scenario, but we're going to keep our eyes on that. That's for sure. Let's talk about AEW Double or Nothing. Let's talk about the buy-in first. Now, there's 13 matches rumored for the show, 12 if MJF and Wardlow doesn't happen, but we're going to book this as if MJF and Wardlow is happening. Now, as far as the buy-in match, I'm assuming that they're going to move 2 matches from the main show to the pre-show. And if I'm going to go with which matches they're going to be, I'm going to go with Jade Cargill and Anna Jay and Darby Allin and Kyle O'Reilly. Those are the 2 matches that are going to be moved to the buy-in.
Wow. Darby Allin, wow.
Well, what else? What else would you move to the buy-in? The 6-person tag?
I mean, I would rather do that than because that could be a match one of the matches of the night. That could be
a match of the night on the pre-show. The House of Black did it back at Revolution. The buy-in is not a downgrade. The buy-in is not a downgrade. But
it's not at all. But
we'll talk about the buy-in matches. Let's talk about Hook and Danhausen versus Smart Mark Sterling and Tony Nese. There's really not going to be too much to this match. This is a feel-good match with 2 guys that were paired together that are insanely over. This isn't ending any other way other than Hookhausen winning. I feel as though they're going to pin Mark Sterling. I really do feel as though they should be protecting Tony Nese. And for me, I would absolutely, after this, do a Tony Nese versus Hook match. That's a very intriguing match. So I'm going with Hookhausen to get the win here. Should be a fun little match. Really nothing over the top. Nothing that's going to make you say match of the night. Just a match in which these 2 are going to be put over because the crowd loves them. So I'm going with Hookhausen to get the win there.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically the way you got to go. I mean, these guys are so over right now. So for me, that's the easy dub. That's easy. Yeah. That's so freaking easy.
So let's talk about Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay. I didn't think that they were going to book this match. I actually thought it was going to be Statlander, but Statlander was inevitably put in the Owen Hart Cup tournament because Shida could not make it because there was some complications with Japan coming back to the U.S. and all that other bullshit. But I do believe that we will inevitably get Statlander and Jade Cargill. And if I'm going to book this, I'm booking Jade Cargill to go over Anna Jay here and retain the TBS championship. I think it should be a decent match. They had a very good match the last time. So if they had a good match the last time, I have a feeling that they're going to do the same thing this time. Should be a decent match. And I'm going with Jade Cargill to retain. Jade Cargill easily retains. And, well, not easily. Like, we'll get a decent 8-9 minute match, but I'm absolutely going with Jade Cargill to retain this. And afterwards, I would absolutely book Jade Cargill versus Statlander sometime within the next month or two, build towards that match, and I'm giving Chris Statlander the TBS championship, and I'm moving Jade Cargill up to the AEW women's title picture to feud with Thunder Rosa after Thunder Rosa inevitably gets done with the winner of the Owen Hart Cup tournament, which we will talk about in just a little bit. But that's how I see this playing out. Should be a decent match. Really nothing going into this match. This is a match with very minimal story outside of the one match that they had back in January. We'll see how this plays out, but I'm going with Jade to retain. No reason to take the title off of Jade. Statlander is the right woman to do so. I'm going with Chris Statlander. Take that title off of Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill, she beats Anna Jay here.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Jade Cargill's got to win here. Now, here's the thing for me, right? I don't know. I think 2 months when she faces Chris Statlander, I'm like, is that too soon for her to take the title off? I can see her holding the title for like another year. I could see it, but
nah, I think she's gone as far as she could go. Outside of Statlander, there's only maybe one other person that I would be interested in seeing her face right now, and that would probably be Hikaru Shida. But I'm not sure when she's coming back. But I do believe that if you really want to make the TBS championship means something even more, Jade Cargill's done a great job. I will be the first to say I said that Jade beating Ruby back in January was the wrong move. I said it was the wrong move because she wasn't ready, but I don't know what the fuck happened. That training with Bryan Danielson definitely paid off. She has gotten a lot better. She's not there yet, but compared to where she was, she's gotten a lot better from where she originally was, and that I can respect a lot. I greatly appreciate the effort that Jade Cargill has put to make herself better week after week after week. That right there is something that is to be respected and appreciated by a lot of people. But Jade Cargill, she's done all that she could. After Double or Nothing, it's time to get that title on Statlander. And if you really want to put some spotlight on the TBS championship, right now it's mainly been a token to make Jade Cargill more legit. And Jade Cargill has worked with the championship. She's made the title feel prestigious, and the title's made her feel prestigious. And Jade has made Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan feel prestigious. So Jade has come to a point where she's right now at her peak with the TBS championship. And in order for her to go further up, I think it's time for her to drop it. Putting it on Statlander and having Statlander going to All Out and defend it against Hikaru Shida, that right there is a women's match that I think a lot of people are going to keep their eyes on. That could be a potential show stealer and a potential match that could very well outshine Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa if they want it to. That match right there is a very interesting match. So I'm going to get that title on Statlander in the next month and a half, and then I am going to do Statlander versus Hikaru Shida at All Out. That's the way to go. And then I'm moving Jade up to the AEW women's title picture. Maybe we see Jade versus Thunder Rosa at All Out. That I would love to see. That would be interesting. I don't really see any other individual outside of Jade Cargill facing Thunder Rosa at All Out. I don't see Jade Cargill winning because I do have a long-term vision there. I actually think Sasha's coming in and taking that title off of Thunder Rosa. But that's just me. That's just me. We'll see what happens there. But again, I'm going with Jade Cargill to retain here, and she's dropping that title to Chris Statlander within the next month and a half, easily.
right.
Darby Allin versus Kyle O'Reilly. Listen, I think that these two are going to kill it. I think that these two are going to put on an excellent match, but I would have saved this for a Dynamite or a Rampage. I really would have saved this for a Dynamite or a Rampage. I wouldn't have really overloaded the show that much. I feel as though it may have been overkill, but if we're getting some matches on the buy-in, I guess it shouldn't be all that bad. But there's legit no story to this match other than the fact that O'Reilly injured Sting legitimately a week ago, and Darby wants revenge. I would have waited until a Dynamite or a Rampage to do this, if you're asking me. But that's just my opinion. I still think it's going to be a very good match. These two are two world-class professional wrestlers. These two are two world-class athletes. It should be an excellent match. And if I'm doing this, I'm going with Darby. Darby, I think that after the Owen Hart Cup tournament loss, I do believe that Darby, he does need a win. He does need a pay-per-view win. The last match that we saw with him on Revolution, he did get the win. And maybe after this win, I can see Darby challenging Scorpio Sky for the TNT Championship because they got some history. And Darby Allin would be an excellent individual to help get Scorpio Sky more over than he already is as the TNT champion. So I'm going to go with Darby Allin. He's going to beat Kyle O'Reilly in a very competitive match. And we will ultimately see Darby Allin fight Scorpio Sky sometime in the near future for the TNT Championship. What's going to be interesting is seeing what happens with Darby at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
And Scorpio Sky as well. That should be interesting. But Kyle O'Reilly, Darby Allin, I think that they should main event the buy-in. They should get about 15 minutes. And Darby, I'm going with Darby to get the win here.
I agree with you there. I mean, when was the last time Kyle O'Reilly won? When was the last time? Did he just win?
Yeah, a few weeks ago when he beat Rey Fenix to advance in the Owen Hart Cup tournament.
Right. So this doesn't hurt him if he loses here. See, that's the way I look at each match. It's booking in advance. So if this hurts you, in my opinion, then it probably shouldn't be the right match at the right time. But this is a good match. I could see it being on AEW or Rampage. I could see that. But for me, I'm agreeing with you. Give me Darby Allin here.
Yeah. So I can see Kyle O'Reilly also continuing his run with the Undisputed Elite. At some point, we're going to get the Undisputed Elite versus Omega and the Bucks. But I don't know when Omega is coming back. There's no close date. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not complaining. Omega, he could do whatever he needs to do. Take his time. He's done a lot. So he deserves as much time off as possible.
Yeah.
But we're Darby Allin across the board here.
Omega's my favorite wrestler. So I'm like, can he just come back soon, please?
Take it easy, bro. Take it easy.
I know.
Main show. Now, I don't know how the main show is going to turn out, but I do believe that we're probably going to see one of the Owen Hart Cup tournament matches kick off the show. If I'm going to book this, I would love to see Samoa Joe and Adam Cole kick off the show. Ooh. Either that or Ruby Soho and Britt Baker. So let's talk about the Owen Hart Cup tournament final matches first. Ruby Soho and Britt Baker. I'm actually very interested in this match. I think these two women are going to put on a very good match. They did the same thing back at Dynamite Grand Slam. I think this match is going to be better than the match at Dynamite Grand Slam. And if you're asking me, I'm absolutely giving Ruby Soho the win. Ruby Soho, she has been on the receiving end of two big losses before. She lost in the main event of Dynamite Grand Slam to Britt Baker, and she lost in the finals of the TBS Championship Tournament to Jade Cargill. I do believe that this is the redemption that Ruby Soho needs. She needs a big win. She needs this win in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Britt Baker does not. Britt Baker, I could see her going into an interim feud with Toni Storm for the time being. I'd love to see Britt Baker and Toni Storm have a long-term feud. That right there is a very interesting program that I would love to see. Maybe it could be even better than the feud with Thunder Rosa if they want it to be. Now, as far as Ruby Soho goes, based on the reaction that we heard from Ruby Soho at Rampage a couple days ago, what I'm doing is I'm taking that reaction and I'm running with it. I'm turning Ruby Soho heel. I'm having Ruby win. I'm turning Ruby heel, and I'm having Ruby be an interim opponent for Thunder Rosa in the summer before we get to Thunder Rosa versus Jade Cargill. That's what I'm doing. That would be an excellent fucking program between Ruby Soho and Thunder Rosa. And they got history. They got history from back at All Out when Ruby eliminated Thunder Rosa last to win the Casino Battle Royale, which was a very fun Battle Royale, by the way.
Yeah.
That would be great. So I'm giving Ruby Soho the win here over Britt Baker in a very good match, and I am turning Ruby heel and having her feud with Rosa before Rosa gets to Cargill after Cargill loses the TBS championship. Floor is yours.
I'm trying to disagree with you at some point, but it's getting kind of difficult right now. Like,
I have that effect on people.
Huh?
I have that effect on people. I'm a very persuasive individual.
Yeah, but I'm a huge Britt Baker fan, so like I said before, if she loses and the booking affects her, it should not. But the booking's not going to affect her at all. No, it is not. Oh, no way. No matter how bad you can book, how bad. If you bury her, she'll be back up within a week.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, she's that damn good. I love Britt Baker. DMD. I freaking love that son of a bitch. So I would go with Ruby Soho first to win. And I like that heel turn idea. I haven't heard of that yet.
Yeah, run with it. Run with
Yeah.
it and make the feud with Thunder Rosa interesting. That is a very interesting program before Rosa inevitably gets to Cargill. And then I'm telling you, man, I have a strong feeling we're going to see Mercedes in AEW sometime in the fall. I think that Mercedes is going to be the new women's champion over there.
Wow.
I'm calling it.
Like September, October, November? Or
probably September. I think she's going to come in either at All Out or after All Out because her contract's up in August.
Right. My God. Can you imagine that? Jesus.
It's a reality. It's becoming closer and closer to being a reality, dude. It really is.
It is.
I would do Thunder Rosa and Mercedes at Full Gear with Mercedes winning the championship, and I'm making her the longest reigning AEW women's champion, period.
Can you imagine her with Britt Baker, though? That would be good.
Britt Baker, her and Statlander, her and Cargill, her and Rosa, her and Ty Conti, her and Anna Jay, her and Serena Deeb.
Oh my God.
Her and Red Velvet.
Oh, like what? WWE.
Her and Ruby Soho.
Oh, we already seen that.
Tony Storm.
We've seen that.
We haven't seen Tony Storm yet.
I mean, we kind of did.
No, we've never seen that match before.
What am I thinking about? Well, not a big deal. Let's just go on to the next match before I lose it.
All right, so we got Ruby Soho on that one. Samoa Joe and Adam Cole, baby. Men's Owen Hart Cup Tournament Finals. Now, this could very well be one of the show stealers. I find it very, very funny how we were all thinking that we were going to get this match in NXT about a year ago. And now here we are in AEW, and we're actually getting this match in the finals of the Owen Hart Cup Tournament. I think this is a great final. This is a great final. This is an excellent, excellent final. And similar to Ruby Soho, Adam Cole needs this win. Joe just got there. Joe's the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, and Joe's going into a feud with Jay Lethal. So at the end of the day, Joe really doesn't need it. Joe and Jay Lethal is the feud that we are going to get at some point in the near future where Jay Lethal's going to take that Ring of Honor World Television Championship off of Joe. That is what I see happening. Adam Cole, he's lost 2 world title matches to Adam Page in a row. So at this rate, Adam Cole, he needs this big win. Adam Cole, similar to Ruby Soho, he needs this win. He's been on the receiving end of 2 big losses. I don't think he could take a third one right now. He's not going to be buried, but I do believe that this would be the proper way to go about it. And I don't know. If MJF is not with AEW anymore, I can really see Adam Cole as the guy to take that title off of CM Punk. I can really see Adam Cole as the guy to take the title off of Punk after Punk wins it. I kind of spoiled my prediction there, but we'll talk about that.
We have the same prediction.
We'll talk about it there, but Adam Cole, I feel as though he could very well be one of the next 2 or 3 world champions in the company. Adam Cole, he's so fucking good. He's what, 32, 33, not even. He's got 10 years left in this business. He is so fucking good. It is not even funny. Seriously. Right. Samoa Joe, people say he's old, he's washed up, he's injury prone. I don't see it. I don't fucking see it at all.
No.
Just fine to me. Just fine. So Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole at Double or Nothing Men's Owen Hart Cup Tournament Finals. I think this is going to be an excellent fucking match. Stacked to the roof is this card. And I'm absolutely going with Adam Cole to win this match. And I'm going with Adam Cole to move on. I don't know. Does he face Punk as his first challenger? I don't know. Maybe we see a casino battle royale, and maybe we see Miro come back, and maybe Miro's first Punk's challenger. Maybe we see Will Ospreay come on in, and Will Ospreay is going to be Punk's challenger at Forbidden Door.
Oh, my God.
Who the fuck knows? We do have Forbidden Door, so keep your eye on that. Yeah. But I got Adam Cole here, so let me hear it.
I got Adam Cole as well, but I want to talk about Samoa Joe's booking as of late. It was good, but why would you debut Johnny Elite against Samoa Joe because you're going to have him lose?
Because he's not signed. Because he's not signed. He's not signed.
I heard rumors that he was.
Yeah, unless we see the graphic from Tony Khan, he's not signed.
Okay. Because I've been seeing everywhere.
We needed someone to lose to Joe. Who would have been the best guy to do so? I mean, John Morrison, he just He just came out of WWE. He's fresh. He's ready to wrestle. And it was a very good match. Who cares that he lost? If he's not signed, he's not signed.
To me, I thought he was. So if you just signed him to have a lose like that, like, god dang, no.
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay.
They had Ricky Starks lose in his debut match, and Ricky Starks is at his peak right now, and he's only going to get higher.
Yeah, he's going to keep on getting higher.
A loss is not a bad thing. It's about how you book someone following the loss.
Yeah.
But Samoa Joe's booking, it's been perfect, dude.
It has, like I just said. Like, definitely. I love Samoa Joe. Dude, I loved him in Ring of Honor. I loved him in TNA. I loved him in WWE before the whole thing. I loved him as a commentator. I did.
He's a very versatile guy, dude. He's very, very versatile in what he does.
Yeah, definite.
So, where does Joe go from here? In your opinion?
Where does Joe go from here? So, if he loses this...
I'm going with the Ring of Honor World Television title feud with Jay Lethal. Simple.
Yeah, but is there anyone else that's just like there on the... Whatever happened to Miro?
He was nursing an injury, and then he went to film a movie and a TV show, I think.
Oh.
So he's dabbling in projects outside of AEW.
Good for him. Something WWE never did for him. But, wow. Stop. I'm trying to disagree with you so hard, and it's tough right now. Like, seriously. I mean, Jay Lethal, what has he been doing? Well,
feuding with Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been, like, dabbing in on that. So, that'll be good.
Here's the question. What does Adam Cole do at Forbidden Door?
Well, it depends if he wins here, right?
He's going to win here. And then I do see Adam Cole being built up to fight Punk for the world title, whether he wins or he loses. But I don't know what Adam Cole does at Forbidden Door. It's a really interesting scenario. Do we see Adam Cole versus Kazuchika Okada for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship? Do we see Adam Cole versus Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor World Television or World Heavyweight Championship? I don't know.
Could we see Adam Cole versus Will Ospreay?
No, I think Will Ospreay is going to be Punk's challenger.
You never know.
I honestly think Will Ospreay is going to be Punk's challenger, and maybe we see Adam Cole and Jay White.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many freaking opportunities.
There's a lot of options. There's
so freaking many.
But we're Adam Cole across the board here. Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page and Paige Van Zant versus Frankie Kazarian, Sammy Guevara, and Ty Conti. Minus the constant flip-flopping of the TNT Championship, which I fucking hate. I will say this. The feud has actually been built up fairly decently. The segment that we had on Rampage was actually very good, where they broke into American Top Team's dojo and smashed the fucking trophy case. That was awesome. The main story of this match is going to be Paige Van Zant. We all know Frankie Kazarian is a great wrestler. Sammy Guevara, Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, they're all great wrestlers. But the story of this match is going to be Paige Van Zant. The story is going to be how Paige Van Zant's training has paid off. Apparently, she's been training with Gangrel. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I do believe that this could very well be a make-or-break moment for Paige Van Zant. And if Paige Van Zant is well-received and she does well, then you know what? I do believe that if Mercedes doesn't come into AEW, I think Paige Van Zant could very well be the individual to take that title off of Thunder Rosa, and she could very well be, I want to say, their version of Ronda Rousey, but better than Ronda Rousey, because she's not going to be a part-timer. She's going to be a full-timer over there, and she's going to be defending the championship. She's going to be there weekly. I do believe that putting the title on Paige Van Zant could very well boost the credibility of the championship, and when she loses, it'll be a new star made. When she loses, it'll be a new star made. If she's treated like a fucking killer, a beautiful killer that she is, a fucking OnlyFans model that can knock your fucking teeth down your throat, then you know what? I think that she could very well succeed in AEW if they do play their cards correctly. Paige Van Zant, this is going to be a make-or-break moment for her. I do think it's going to be a fun match, but I do think it'll probably be one of the weaker matches on the show. It's not necessarily going to be a bad match, but I don't think it's going to be a blow-away match. I don't see it being a oh my God, you got to go out of your way to watch this type of match. I think this is just going to be a decent little match that's there to kill some time and to make sure that Paige Van Zandt is well received. We'll see what happens. Sammy, I know for a fact, is turning heel. Sammy and Tay need to go full-blown heel. I mean, they already are heels, technically. They already are heels. But if you're asking me, I do believe that they need a big feud with a top babyface in order to be looked at as legitimate heels. And if you're asking me what, I would do Sammy Guevara and Wardlow. I'd love to see Sammy fight Wardlow in an interim program for the time being and see what Wardlow can do with a guy like Sammy in the ring. Because being in the ring with people like Sammy is only going to make Wardlow, A, better performer, and B, more over. So if you're doing that, I can absolutely see Wardlow going over Sammy there and potentially fighting for the TNT Championship either at All Out or Full Gear. And if you're asking me, I think Wardlow would be the absolute best choice to take that title off of Scorpio Sky, and Wardlow can be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going with if you're asking me. But I see Scorpio, Ethan Page, and Paige Van Zandt winning this match. I think Paige Van Zandt's going to get the win here.
He needs the win, right? Or not as much as people think. Because I've seen on Twitter that people are saying that Paige Van Zandt needs the win.
I think that Paige Van Zandt, it's her debut. And if they're treating her like a big deal, then her winning would only make sense. AEW's, for the most part, has always made sense.
Yeah. I mean, people can debate that. But, yeah, I mean, if it's her debut, I mean, hey, I'll give her the rocket a little bit, see what she can do, and her mic work is good, it's decent. So
yeah, she can hold herself just fine on the microphone, and I think that she'll get better over time. She held against Chris Jericho a couple months ago when they were going into that feud at Full Gear. So I do really believe that we could very well get Paige Van Zandt getting better on the mic and in the ring over the years.
Yeah. Now, what you're gonna laugh at this. This old network I was a part of, there was this guy where he thought Wardlow was the next Brock Lesnar.
Wardlow was the next Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the comparisons in terms of the build-up and the size, but I don't know what exactly he means by that. Does he mean in terms of being a part-timer, or
no?
Does he mean
because of wrestling. Because he was watching where he was keep on doing that power bomb over and over and over again. But I've seen Wardlow in the ring, and I've known that he could do the somersault off the top rope. I know he can do this. He's a lot better than Brock Lesnar in the ring. So I don't know where he's looking at in terms of that. So that's another reason I left that network.
Yeah. Where can you see Scorpio Sky going after this? I think that he's got a solid amount of challengers afterwards. I would love to see him and Jungle Boy for the TNT Championship, him and Swerve, him and Darby. Maybe we see a match with Lee Johnson. I think Lee Johnson could very well get off of Dark, see what he can do against Scorpio Sky. Maybe Dante Martin as well. There's a lot of different challengers you could put up against Scorpio Sky, and I do believe that Scorpio Sky is going to treat that title with the prestige that it deserves. He's off to a decent start, especially with the new TNT Championship. It looks gorgeous. So I do believe that those individuals are going to be future challengers for Scorpio Sky going forward. But I do believe Wardlow will inevitably take that title off of Sky. But I got American Top Team and taking the win here.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you there. But Scorpio Sky is a good talent. I love Scorpio Sky, dude. I love him. So I would definitely love him against Darby Allin. Like, I would love that. I'm a huge fan of both. Their ring work will be great. Give me that. Seriously. Any of these matches you can put Scorpio Sky in can be up top tier. Could be there. Could be the tier lower. But I definitely like that. And shout out to my guy, Earl Cole. He's in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to Earl, man. Earl's the man. Earl is a legend in the making. I'm telling you, man. You just gotta get your Wi-Fi sorted out and get a nice microphone. Get a Blue Snowball microphone like this. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Or get the Yeti. I got the Yeti.
Yeah, you could be a great fucking figure in the IWC, Earl. You just gotta work on that Wi-Fi and get a microphone. But Earl Cole, shout out to him. Earl Cole's the man. Earl Cole is great.
Yeah, I love that guy like a brother.
Young Bucks and the Hardys. Now this, obviously I'm not going to complain one single bit about this. I don't give a shit how long the build has been, how short the build has been. It's the Young Bucks and the fucking Hardys. This is going to be a very good tag team match. I'm loving what they're doing, and this is all part of the Hardys' journey. This is all part of the Hardys' journey for that one last tag team title match and that one last tag team title run. And I do believe that the Hardys are going to inevitably get the tag team titles. It's going to do the tag team titles well to know that the Hardys held the titles, and whoever they put over is going to be looked at as bigger stars in the end. So I'm liking it. I'm going with the Hardys here. The Young Bucks, they don't need it. They've already been to the mountaintop. Now they're transitioned into more of the Chris Jericho role for the time being. They're putting people over. And I do believe that the Hardys are going to get put over by the Young Bucks, and we are inevitably going to see the Hardys go off and fight for the tag team titles at All Out, maybe even Full Gear. But the question is, who exactly are the Hardys facing for the tag team titles? That's going to be interesting. Is it going to be FTR? Is it going to be Jurassic Express? Could it be Team Taz? I don't know. It's going to be an interesting scenario, but it really goes to show you how deep the tag team division is. And when we inevitably see the Hardys win the tag team title, it's going to be a great moment. It's going to be a very good moment. It's going to be a really nice feel-good moment. And crowd's going to pop for it big. It's going to be good. But I'm going with the Hardys over here. I think this is going to be a very good match. It's going to be a fun match. This match could also be in line to kick off the show. I don't know how they're going to plan this out, but if this match kicks off the show, I mean, you won't hear a complaint out of me.
No. So for me, this is a dream match of mine. I'm sure a lot of people, it's a dream match for them. I mean, come on. You get to see the Hardys, one of the best tag teams ever of all time. People we grew up watching and idolizing and jumping over, stuff. I've done that. I'm pretty sure you've done that as well, to act like Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy. But
I did it all the time. I even broke my bed as a kid doing it.
Oh, wow. I did not go that far. But
my dad was not happy. Not happy.
Yeah. I almost got injured, but thank God it was good. But
I did swanton bombs into my pool too. My back fucking slapped the water. That was a bad move.
No.
That was a bad move.
Did you ever see that guy on like social media with Paul Heyman? And he was like, he went doing the pool stuff.
Yeah. I think is Joe something.
Yeah.
What's his name? Joe.
I forget his name, but it was still. I was watching those videos again yesterday.
Yeah, it was Joe something.
Yeah. So for me, if the Young Bucks win here, I mean, there's nowhere else for them to go. There is nowhere else for them to go. I mean, who else? They already defeated like majority of the tag teams, pretty much damn near everybody. So for me, you got to go with Hardys. We need to see some fresh matches, other dream matches. Hardys versus FTR. I'm not a big fan of Team Taz. That's just me.
I love Team Taz. What you talking? Team Taz is awesome.
I'm not a fan of Powerhouse Hobbs.
I love Powerhouse Hobbs. He's awesome, man.
How? I can't stand this guy, man.
He's done very well in the ring. He's gotten better. He's doing just enough. He's very intense in the ring. I love his spine buster. I like his spine buster. I'll give you that. There's a lot to like about Team Taz, and he's put on some damn good matches in the past. CM Punk, Dante Martin, Keith Lee. I'm loving Team Taz. Team Taz could very well walk out as tag team champions. We'll talk about that, but if you're asking me, I think Team Taz could very well be a favorite.
We got to wait and see.
As far as the Hardys and the Young Bucks go.
Yeah, I got the Hardys.
Okay.
I got the Hardys there. That's a no-brainer. A couple days ago, I had the Young Bucks, but then I was just like, nah.
Who do the Young Bucks face after the Hardys?
That's exactly what I was just saying now.
What do they do at Full Gear? I mean, at Forbidden Door?
There's nothing left, right?
They could do something at Forbidden Door. United Empire, Guerrillas of Destiny.
Can the Usos come in Forbidden Door, please?
Now, you see, that would require the White Castle Pritchard guy. And my name is Mr. John Laurinaitis. And it's such good shit.
Yeah.
It would require all of those individuals to actually do something and actually switch up their diluted fucking mentality. And we all know that that's not going to happen.
It's not, but come on. That's a ultimate dream match right
that
there.
the Young Bucks are better. Let's be real here. Usos are great, but the Young Bucks are better.
I agree with you. A lot of people I know say the Usos are better, but I'm just like, in ring work, no. On the mic, you can talk.
Very limited. They're a great tag team, but without each other, their moveset's just very limited. Their moveset is legitimately Samoan drop, superfly splash, hip attack, super kick, and a back suplex neck breaker. That's all they do. Young Bucks, they're coming up with new shit every fucking day.
Yeah, they are. They are. And I'm pretty sure that people can agree with me on this, that the Young Bucks will go down as one of the best tag teams ever, up there with the Hardys.
They're the greatest tag team of the modern era, hands down.
Yes, but could you put them in the same category as like Hardyz, 3D, Christian and Edge?
Yes.
Could you put them up there?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got the Hardys here. We haven't had one differing prediction right here. Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb. This is for the AEW Women's World Championship. I have loved the promo work of Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa leading up to this match. It could have used more of a build, but the promo between these two individuals have been very, very good. I love how Serena Deeb has carried herself and the shit that she brought up. I love Thunder Rosa and how passionate she has been. And listen, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker inside that steel cage, that's going to go down as probably the best overall women's match in AEW all year. But in terms of pure women's wrestling, I think Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa are going to have the best pure women's wrestling match of the year for AEW. I think these two are going to put on a excellent match, especially with how well these two have worked together in the past and how Thunder Rosa has just morphed into a big star, how Serena Deeb has transformed herself into legitimately the best women's heel in all of AEW right now. She's on another fucking level right now. She really is. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a very good professional wrestling match. I absolutely see Thunder Rosa retaining. Serena Deeb, I would love to see Serena Deeb versus a Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. If you're asking me, after Statlander beats Jay Cargill, and then she has a couple solid title defenses against the Red Velvet, against a Hikaru Shida. Maybe we even see Statlander versus a Britt Baker. Who the fuck knows? Maybe Toni Storm. I would absolutely advocate for Serena Deeb to take the TBS Championship off of Chris Statlander towards the end of the year. I would absolutely advocate for that. But yeah, I see Thunder Rosa coming out victorious here. It'll be a very good match. They will deliver, but I see Thunder Rosa getting the victory here. Balls in your court.
Yeah, well, Thunder Rosa is just another animal. Like Thunder Rosa, I haven't seen another female wrestler like her in so long. I don't know if you feel different. So it's just like
no, she's great, dude. She's phenomenal.
Yeah. Can you compare her? Like who's ever the closest? Like, is there anyone you can compare?
The only one that I can even compare is maybe when Rhea Ripley was at her peak in NXT, or maybe even Bianca Belair. That's pretty much it. But Thunder Rosa, man, she's up there. She's really she's definitely going to go down as one of the best. In the women's division.
So, I have Thunder Rosa winning here. Yep. So, how long do you have her keep up this momentum?
I'd have her drop the title at maybe either All Out or Full Gear. That's a solid title reign right there. I would probably say Full Gear. It's either Thunder Rosa versus Paige Van Zant or Mercedes at Full Gear. If Paige Van Zant is ready, of course. But I think Thunder Rosa is going to have a nice lengthy title reign.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just picturing Mercedes versus Thunder Rosa. I'm picturing that right now, man.
I know, man. I know. Well, I hope. Cross your fingers right there. But where does Serena Deeb go? I have her taking the TBS Championship off of Chris Statlander after Statlander's had a decent run with it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you just for me with Serena Deeb, she's a great talent, right? For me, it's just like, what? I'm just trying to figure out the next step. I'm trying to feel like the next step. She can definitely get there, but for me,
TBS
it's just,
Championship. That's the
what?
next step. That's the next step, the TBS Championship.
Oh, I thought you meant like for me, the next big feud, or are you just going right there into
Well,
the
for the
title?
time being, she could probably feud with an undercard babyface. Maybe we see her versus maybe a Jamie Hayter. Maybe Jamie Hayter breaks away from Britt Baker. Maybe Jamie Hayter goes and fights Serena Deeb. Maybe we see Serena Deeb versus a I don't know. Maybe we see someone from a Ring of Honor. Maybe we see a Willow Nightingale get a little bit more time on AEW television, see what she can do. Maybe we see an Anna Jay or a Ty Conti mix it up with Serena Deeb. I'd love to see that.
I would love to see Ty Conti.
Maybe Riho. Riho and Serena Deeb, they got some history. They put on some great matches in the past. I'd love to see that as an interim feud before we get Serena Deeb and Chris Statlander.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I just got to say this about AEW's women's roster. The talent that they got is unmatched.
Oh, yeah.
I love this talent.
The women's division is improved so much from year one.
Yeah.
It has improved so much. People need to start acknowledging that. They really do.
Yeah. I mean, the booking could be a little bit better, in my opinion.
It's improved from year one, but yeah, it's not there yet. I feel as though it's going to get there sooner rather than later.
Yeah, people say it's better than WWE's booking.
Oh, no, clearly it is. Clearly. If anyone is trying to deny that, then they're absolutely an ignorant retard. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, dude.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, we are Thunder Rosa across the board here. I got Deeb becoming a TBS champion by the end of this year or beginning of next year. AEW World Tag Team Championship. Match that could very well be match of the night here. Team Taz, Jurassic Express, Swerve Strickland, and Keith Lee. Man, this is probably the match that I'm most excited for outside of the main event, dude. I'm very excited for this match. I fucking love Swerve and Keith Lee. They have such a great fucking makeup. And they remind me of Shawn Michaels and Diesel. They can do a tag team and they can do singles action at the same time. Their styles just complement each other so well. They're slowly becoming my favorite tag team in all of AEW right now. So Swerve and Keith Lee, really. Team Taz and how great Team Taz have been recently. Ricky Starks is self-explanatory. He's a phenomenal performer, and he's getting better with every passing week. Same with Hobbs. Jurassic Express, they've had a very nice run as tag team champions. Their in-ring competition and their matches have spoken for themselves with the Acclaimed, the Gun Club, Private Party, Young Bucks, Red Dragon. I've loved their reign, dude. Their reign has been awesome thus far. Really good stuff thus far. I don't know. This is a toss-up right here. I feel that either one of these three teams could win. This is a very, very hard match to call. This is a very hard match to predict. If I am going to be booking this, I don't know, man. I want to say Jurassic Express. I want to.
I'm leaning towards that way.
Something tells me Team Taz is gonna take it, which I'm not gonna. I would actually pop for that shit.
I don't know if I would. That's just me personally. But dude, how long has the Jurassic Express been champions?
Since January, about 144 days. So a nice solid 5-month reign.
Yeah. I mean, if you want them to go another couple months, I would not be mad. I would keep it to Jurassic Express here. I would keep it.
If Jurassic Express end up retaining here, then I can see FTR taking it off of them.
That was my next point. I was going to go with FTR right there. And
if I'm going to go with this, if Jurassic Express retain, I can see FTR taking it off of them. If Team Taz win, I can see Team Taz and the Hardys at Full Gear. I can see it. That'll do.
The sad thing is, I can see it too.
That telling you, dude, it would do wonders for Team Taz.
It would. But I'm just telling you right now, there's something about Powerhouse Hobbs for me, man. There's something.
Should we get Powerhouse Hobbs in the chat right now? And maybe I can have Powerhouse Hobbs after he wins the tag team titles. Maybe I can have him fly up to Jersey and give you a fucking spine buster through a fucking table. How about that? Powerhouse Hobbs. everyone, please share this shit to Mr. Powerhouse Hobbs right now. I want to get in contact with him, and I want to see if we can get him in Jersey sooner rather than later. We need him at an ISPW show, and we need him beating Danny Morrison for the ISPW World Heavyweight Championship. Get on the phone with Hobbs right now, people. But I don't know. It's a toss-up, man. I can see either one of these three teams winning.
I'm going Jurassic Express.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Jurassic Express as well. I think this is going to be match of the night. This is going to be match of the night right here.
My match of the night is Adam Cole. That's
Really?
mine. That's
see
mine.
what happens there.
Yeah.
Another match that could very well be match of the night is House of Black versus the Death Triangle. Now this is very interesting right here. I'm very much looking forward to this match. The House of Black, man. I'm loving what the House of Black is doing, and I could honestly see the House of Black winning all the championship gold at some point. Malachi Black either as TNT champion or world champion, and then we got Brody King and Buddy Matthews as the I almost said TNT. AEW World Tag Team Champions. Maybe we see the Trios Championships go to the House of Black. I don't know, but I can absolutely see the Trios Championships being decided in a match with House of Black and the Blackpool Combat Club. I think that right there would be an excellent, excellent finals for the Trios Championship tournament. But as far as this match goes, no reason for Death Triangle to win this. I love Death Triangle, but it's the House of Black's time. This is all about the House of Black. This is all about making the House of Black look strong and making them look like legit fucking killers. I don't know who gets the win. Maybe we see Buddy Matthews get the win. Here. But one thing I want to see Buddy Matthews versus either Penta or Rey Fenix at some point before this feud ends. I want to see that match. I love it. But the House of Black, man, I'm loving House of Black. I wish they got more TV time, but that just goes to show you how stacked the fucking roster is.
Yeah.
So I got House of Black here. And one thing I will say, this is one match that I could very much see topping what the Shield and the Wyatts did back at Elimination Chamber in 2014.
That high?
That match is wildly looked at as the greatest six-man tag team match of all time. I think that these two could very well outdo it.
I think they could top it. Yeah.
You think they're going to top it?
I think they can top it.
See?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to see, but I got House of Black.
Shout out to my guy, Normal Guy, baby. He's one of my
loyal. Normal Guy. Appreciate you. Continue to share out the stream. We got a couple more matches to go over.
He's a loyal subscriber of mine. So he's a very good guy.
On all platforms, man. Continue to share it out.
Yep. He's a very loyal subscriber. He loves Adam Cole, as you can tell.
We just hit 10 likes. Keep on sharing out the stream, people. Keep on sharing out the stream. But where can you see Death Triangle going after this? Do you see Pac potentially fighting for the TNT Championship? Or maybe do we see Pac and Punk for the World Championship?
I think
I'd love to see the Lucha Bros in the TNT title picture as well.
Yeah, you can see them also. But if I'm Pac, TNT. I'll start off with TNT, then work my way up. I don't think he's a main Carter just yet. I don't think he's there just yet. But, hey, Pac versus Punk, I will love that as well. But for me, I got Pac for the TNT title.
And where does House of Black go after this? Do you see House of Black potentially moving on to some gold as well? Does House of Black fight Jurassic Express for the tag team titles? Does House of Black win the tag team titles?
Does
House of Black face the Hardys?
Funny thing you just brought this up. I was on the phone with a buddy of mine a couple days ago. We were just talking about House of Black. We talk about wrestling every single day. And I was like, dude, I really think House of Black can take off all the gold. And he was agreeing with me. But then it was just like, dude, really? On second thought, I'm not sure about that. But that's the whole gimmick. Like, you got to respect it. So for me,
House always wins.
Yeah. Yeah. So I definitely like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got House of Black here. House of Black across the board. We have not had one.
I'm trying. It's not my fault, dude. when I did this picks and predictions for this thing for this other network I was in, I'm a 2-time, 3-time champion. So it's just like they got so mad whenever I won because I was rubbing it in their face. It was so easy to win that shit. You will win that thing first thing smoking. You would go in and win it.
Let's talk about let's go based off of this match happening. MJF and Wardlow. This is a free or fired match. If Wardlow wins, he is free and he can sign a contract with AEW per storyline. Or if MJF wins, Wardlow is fired and he will never sign a contract with AEW ever again. We already talked about MJF and the whole scenario going on with MJF at the beginning of the stream. So if you want to, please go back and check that out if you haven't already done so. I'd really like to hope that this match is happening, dude. I really do. I'm actually very interested. I would love to see this match. I think this could be the best match of Wardlow's AEW run, if they want it to be. Really, I do hope it's happening. I really do. But I have Wardlow winning this. If it does happen, I got Wardlow easily. No reason why MJF needs to win it. MJF is bulletproof. He's bulletproof. He does not get affected by any loss. He could literally take 5 losses in a row and he will still be the most overact on the show. Whenever that theme song hits, a chorus of boos he could walk out and have boos just be his theme song. That's how over he is.
You mean like Ciampa?
Yeah, just like Ciampa did.
Yeah. Dude, that would be epic.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to go with Wardlow on this. There's no reason why MJF needs to win this should this match happen. But, man, the whole MJF scenario, dude, it's a very, very, very shaky scenario, and I really do hope shit.
It's weird.
It's
just like, weird. I did not expect this at all. As soon as I woke up, I'm like, wait, he did what? It's just like...
I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude. I really don't.
I don't either. And... let's say the match does happen, right? I would have this match go at least 10 to 15 minutes.
Yes.
Have MJF be a cowardly heel for like most of this match, and then Wardlow just complete annihilate. Like, that's basically how you're going to do it because Wardlow is finally free of that contract. So it's just like, yeah. I would love to see Wardlow. Oh, we already saw Wardlow and Punk.
I just got a notification about almost 3 hours ago. MJF and Wardlow is still on the lineup for tonight's show, according to Brian Alvarez.
Oh, I got that too.
So I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's leaning towards it being more of a work. I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know.
You know what's funny?
Very, very odd.
Yeah.
Very odd, man.
You know what I've been learning about ever since I do this content creating? When their DMs are open, shoot them a DM, anything can happen. I had James Ellsworth on my wrestling podcast. So DM anybody that's open. It works. Dude,
I usually try not to because sometimes I don't want to get involved, and I actually want to. I will try to be respectful of people.
I just shot one DM and James Ellsworth right away. Whatever works. Whatever works.
If you ever get someone on your channel, someone good, call me up. I'd actually love to be on the channel and ask a few questions. I really
definitely.
But yeah, I got Wardlow here, man. I think Wardlow is going to take this win. He's going to get his big moment. I do believe Wardlow is going to be the next TNT champion after Scorpio Skies had a run with it.
Yeah. You got to keep this momentum up. You got to keep it rolling. You got to keep it rolling here.
It's absolutely his time, man. It's absolutely his time.
Yeah. People say this is the best storyline of AEW.
Could very well be.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's up there. Chris Jericho, Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, Cool Hand, Angelo Parker, Danny Garcia, and Jake Hager versus Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Santana Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston. It's Jericho Appreciation Society versus Blackpool Combat Club, Proud and Powerful in Kingston, Anarchy in the Arena match. Now, we don't know what the fuck this is going to be, but Lord knows it is going to be chaotic as fuck, and I'm going to enjoy every single solitary minute of it. I am very much looking forward to seeing what they do here. And I know a lot of people have been calling Blackpool Combat Club and Company, but I'm going to go with Jericho Appreciation Society here. And I say that.
I'm trying to get you off guard. Damn it.
I say that because we need a blood and guts match. How are we going to set up the blood and guts match other than Jericho Appreciation Society winning? It would make no sense, because if the Blackpool Combat Club win, then it's pretty much over. Then they already got what they came for. They came to beat the shit out of Jericho Appreciation Society, and they did. I see the Jericho Appreciation Society taking this to set up the blood and guts match probably at a later date, maybe sometime in July, I would say. I'd love to see Blackpool Combat Club and Company versus Jericho and Company as well in the blood and guts match, probably sometime in the middle of July. That's what I see happening. I don't think they're going to do it in June, because you got Forbidden Door to build towards.
Yeah.
Forbidden Door, that's the main thing that they're building towards, and that's going to be the focus throughout the month of June. I don't see it. I do not see Blackpool Combat Club, Eddie Kingston, and Proud and Powerful taking the win here. I just see it as Jericho, just to get more heat on the Jericho Appreciation Society. Their sports entertainment shit is great. And Jericho, by the way, I fucking love Jericho as a wizard. Mm-hmm. Wizard Jericho may be one of my favorite versions of Chris Jericho ever. And it's so corny and cheesy, but it works out so well. Like any time, just say, you know what happens if insert something here, you get a fireball in your face because I'm a wizard. It's great. It's phenomenal, dude. But I got Jericho Appreciation Society here. They're going to take the win in a chaotic fucking match, and it's going to set up blood and guts at a later date.
Now, for me, it's because Eddie Kingston beat Jericho, right? Eddie Kingston beat Jericho. Jericho did not shake his hand like he said that he would. So, obviously, he's going to get the win here. And, of course, 50-50 booking at its finest. So, for me...
This isn't 50-50 booking, because Kingston's actually been winning matches.
No, I mean, like, one-on-one. Between,
this isn't a one-on-one match.
It's not, but if Jericho...
And on top of that, he doesn't have to pin Kingston.
He does not, but I'm just saying, if it does happen, that's 50-50 as booking at its finest.
Well, you put it this way. The point is, we're going to get the end to it, and Kingston's going to end up winning the feud. So listen, 50-50 booking, it's 50-50 booking if we get a 1-1 victory, and then that's it. That's 50-50 booking. But if we get one guy winning one match, one guy winning the second, and then the third final blow-off, that's different. That's much different.
Yeah. But, hey.
I got Jericho. I got JAS.
Yeah, this whole card is predictable.
Not very predictable, no. It's not that predictable.
Like most of it is.
It's very unpredictable, but I'm confident in my picks.
I am too. But that's like...
Well, yeah. We're going to see just how confident you are and just how alike you think, like me. We're going to see how much you and I are alike, because this entire thing, we have agreed on every single pick. But now it's time for the main event. No, it's not Rampage. No, it's not Rampage, people. We're talking about Hangman Adam Page versus CM Punk for the AEW World Championship. I think this is going to be one of the best AEW World title matches that they've ever produced. It's going to be great. I think this is going to be fucking awesome. If you're asking me who wins, it's a very, very, very tough call. But you know what? I'm going with CM Punk. I'm going with CM Punk, and I'm going to have to take CM Punk for the win here, because this right here, this is part of the vision that Tony Khan has for long term, because he wants to make sure as many eyes are on AEW as possible. CM Punk as the world champion, and with how good CM Punk has been since his return, this is the best possible route to go. And CM Punk, he's got a lot of challengers that he could face off against. He has a lot of people that he could defend that title against, and he's going to have a nice, fruitful World Heavyweight Championship reign. Adam Page, I can't utter one complaint about Adam Page's reign. The only complaint that I have is the fact that I just wish it was longer. That's it. But he's held it for a good amount of time. He's held it since November. He's had a nice 6-month reign. Every single match that he's had has been a match of the year candidate. Adam Cole, Lance Archer, Bryan Danielson, even his match with Takeshita not that long ago. Even that was a great fucking match. So, I cannot utter one complaint about Adam Page's world title reign other than the fact that I wish it was longer. He may have been the best AEW world champion to date, just based off of his matches alone. That's how good Adam Page is. But I think it's Punk's time. It's CM Punk's time, and CM Punk, I think we're going to see a go to sleep. And CM Punk is going to become the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion here in Las Vegas. Floor is yours. What you got for me?
Well, I'm just going to ask you this. People keep on telling me that Hangman Page was a bridge championship, meaning like he was just there for a short time just to hand it off to Punk. Like for me,
he held it longer than Jericho. Jericho's had the shortest world title reign.
That's exactly what I told him. I was like, wait, Jericho had a less title, but it was like, yeah. So let me get this straight. Jericho got it, then he gave it to Omega. Moxley, then Omega, then got it. No. And how long do you have Punk hold it?
I would hold it till Revolution next year and then have MJF take the title off of him at the exact same pay-per-view in which Punk beat him in the dog collar match.
But here's the thing. MJF going to be here?
If that's the case, then I think we could be looking at either Full Gear or Revolution. It's going to be CM Punk versus an Adam Cole.
I would like to see Punk versus Bryan Danielson.
Oh, no, that's going to happen, but Bryan's not winning the title.
Oh,
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
No. He's good with Moxley and Regal. Like, I didn't think that would work out when I saw it. I didn't think that would work, but it did. It works.
They may be one of the best things about pro wrestling right now, dude.
I know. I'm like,
BCC, man.
Yeah. Looks like we're agreeing. I agree with you for the whole freaking card, bro.
I have that effect on people. That's what happens. This is a very smart man. When it comes to DJ Storms, you don't defy DJ Storms, people. But anyway, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Where does Hangman go before we wrap this up?
Now, if Hangman loses, which pretty much...
I would love to see him against Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And you got Okada and Page, IWGP Heavyweight title, Ospreay and Punk, AEW World title. That's the double main event for Full Gear. That'll sell.
That would definitely sell. Like, anywhere you have Hangman Page, if it's like the TNT title, whatever, you got him. Hell, if you put him in a tag team, which I don't think they're going to do, that would work.
He will be a TNT champion. I think he's going to be a Triple Crown champion.
Oh, yeah. So, TNT, I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this edition of The Rundown. I would like to thank each and every single one of you for tuning into this live stream. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description. One more time, Mitch, where can we find you on social media?
Well, you can all follow me on Twitter and Instagram right there. Facebook also, if anyone actually uses Facebook. But here, go down there. And yeah, I make videos almost every single day. I do Eagles, Sixers, wrestling. I'm starting my own network with a couple other guys. So I got.
You better add me to that fucking network, bro.
I got to talk to my guys and see.
I'm watching you, all right?
Dude, we got big things coming. So
really?
I'm in charge. I'm in charge of the wrestling.
Let's see. I want to boost the fucking brand. I want to boost my brand and your brand.
Yeah,
we got to get some shit going.
Let me call my buddy. I'll respond to you tonight. Okay, tomorrow after the show.
I got a stream tomorrow at 2:30. I'm gonna be reviewing Double or Nothing.
So yeah, I can tell you tomorrow. Then whenever you want me to tell you, I got you, man.
Sounds like a plan, man. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you very much for coming on, man. I greatly appreciate the time that you took out of your day to be here. You have been phenomenal, and I greatly appreciate everything that you do for me. Greatly appreciate the offer. Thank you again. Hopefully we get to do this sooner rather than later. I'm DJ Storms. He's Mitch Kofsky, and this has been The Rundown. And one last thing. Mitch, I got a question for you. And I ask this at the end of every single one of my shows. Who runs the IWC? Who?
DJ Storms.
Damn right.
You like that, boy?
Who but DJ motherfucking Storms? And I will catch you guys tweeting live tonight for Double or Nothing.